And a warm welcome along to you. Christmas, Christmas, Christmas. Wherever you are, a happy Christmas to you. Now, it may be your Christmas Day, or if you're listening on satellite, it will be your Christmas Eve, or if you're listening to another little station somewhere, it might be even later than that. But whatever, for me, it's my little Christmas Day today. It's our special Christmas Day show, or around that bit. Maybe we shouldn't call it our Christmas Day show. What do you reckon? We should call all the 3 shows around Christmas shows. And we'll just do it like that, shall we? Now, I will be having a co-host on the show in about 10 minutes' time after I've done a couple of emails, okay? Yes, I have a... Oh, is my microphone in position, okay? There we are. I do have a co-host with me. Well, not actually here in the Mirable Studios. They will be on the phone. So hang around for that. You'll be very pleased when you realise who it is. But I'm not going to ring the person up yet. Notice I'm not indicating whether it's a man or a woman. It's all part of the excitement to come on today's United Kingdom Talk. Welcome along. My name's Chris Reardon. Now, there's an email address to the show. You can always welcome to join in. It's chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk, right? chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. Now, I want to spend a long time with our co-host today, so I'll go straight in to our little emails. First of all, an email here from Robert in Iceland. Dear Chris and friends of United Kingdom Talk. Now, Robert, you know Robert in Iceland. He's the one with the screw loose. Okay, he's got a little bit of a brain problem there, but that's okay. We welcome anyone. It doesn't matter what's wrong. You're all welcome to be... I mean, can you imagine? Can you just imagine if this show only consisted of drop-dead gorgeous people with huge personalities like me? How boring would that be? We like... Oh, I wish. Oh, I wish I was 10 years younger. I wouldn't want to be in my 20s again. Horrible age. But I wish I was about 10 years younger. Say 32. No, about 12 years younger. I wish I was about 32. My favourite ages, I think, were between 32 and 40. Yep, it's true. Right, first of all, then, Robert from Iceland says, Dear friends and dear Chris and friends of United Kingdom Talk, of which you are, of course, one. I am in deep doodah with the Elves and the Yule Tide lads. You see what I mean? He's not there, you know. He really isn't. I'm starting to get rather concerned about Robert in Iceland, to be honest. I think what it is, it's all the money. You know, all that money has been holding back from the English people. That's what the problem is. It really is. He says, you see, I was telling you about Odin and Por. English translation, he says, would be Thor, and indeed in Icelandic, P is pronounced th, as in TH. P, it looks like, I don't know what it is, it doesn't look like a P actually. It looks a little bit like a P, but apparently that is an Icelandic letter. Oh yes, they've even got their own letters there. God's sake. Anyway, apparently that thing that looks like a P is pronounced th, as in TH. All right. He says, they are the names of the 2 elves that live under the stairs. Apparently, Robert keeps seeing 2 elves living under his stairs. It's true. Yeah, I know. Don't say anything. Just play along with him, okay? He says, I by mistake sent you 2 pictures of Yule Tide lads. So I'd better tell you and your dear listener about the Yule Tide lads. There are 12 of them, and they live up in the mountains with their mother and father. Okay. On the days running up to Christmas, one each day comes down from the mountain and brings a little gift for the boys and girls. Each night the children put a shoe out for the lad to place a gift in. I have found this entry on Wikipedia. You're going to love this. All right? List of Yule Tide elves. Because apparently, elves are different. They're a little bit like human beings. Some are mischievous, some are good, some do this, some do that. Well, elves and humans are similar in that way. And here we have a list of the elves' names. The list of the Yule lads. Y-U-L-E, the Yule lads, okay? Now, he does give the Icelandic name, but in all honesty, I think I'm going to really muck up the pronunciation of those, so I won't bother there. We'll just go straight to the English translation, okay? So we've got the list here of the... Is it 30? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13. It says, the Yule lads are said to come to town during the last 13 nights before Christmas, each staying for 2 weeks before departing. Below are the official 13 Yule lads in the order they arrive and depart. Sheep coat clod. Now, this particular elf harasses sheep, but is impaired by his stiff peg legs. Now, he arrives on the 12th of December, so presumably he's already near Robert's house, and he departs on December the 25th. Elf number 2 is Gully Gawk. He hides in gullies, waiting for an opportunity to sneak into the cowshed and steal milk. He arrives on December the 13th and leaves on December the 26th. Then there is an elf called Stubby. Abnormally short, steals pans to eat the crust left on them. And again, it's another day later. He arrives on December the 14th and leaves on December the 27th. There's an elf called Spoonlicker who steals pavroa, I don't know what that is, a type of wooden spoon with a long handle to lick. Is extremely thin due to malnutrition. There's Pot Scraper, who steals leftovers from pots. There's Bowl Licker, who hides under beds, waiting for someone to put down their askewer, which is a type of bowl with a lid used instead of dishes, which he then steals. There's Door Slammer, who likes to slam doors, especially during the night. There's Sky Gobbler, a Yule lad with an affinity for Skyr, S-K-Y-R. I mean, what on earth is all this stuff? Is that some sort of food, dear? I don't know what that is. There's Sausage Swiper, who would hide in the rafters and snatch sausages that were being smoked. There's Window Peeper, who is a voyeur, who would look through windows in search of things to steal. There's Door Sniffer, who has an abnormally large nose and acute sense of smell, which he uses to locate Lawfrabrad. Oh, God, what is this stuff, Robert? There's Meat Hook, who uses a hook to steal meat, and there's Candle Beggar, who follows children in order to steal their candles, which in those days were made of dripping and thus edible. So thank you very much for that, Robert, for that insight into the elves that clearly you keep singing, and I keep seeing, rather. Now, look, Robert, I'm starting to get very concerned. I know it's Christmas and all that, but I am worrying about you. There are people that can help. There really are. If you just pick up, I'm sure even in Iceland, you have telephone directories. I'm sure if you just pick up one of those telephone directories and seek help for these sightings of elves that you keep having, it may actually help, Robert, if you send some of our money back that you've stolen from the English people. It may be that the Lord above is punishing you for the theft of such large sums of money, and that's why you're seeing the elves. All right? This geezer's as mad as a hatter, I'm telling you that now. Right, let me move on. Let's get hold of our co-presenter today. Now, I'm going to have to be very clever here somehow, because I'm going to try and talk to our co-presenter on the phone while not actually having my headphones on, but I might have to put them on, because I've kind of set them up just in front of me there. Push that there. Push that there. Get your fingers crossed that this works. Hang on a minute. Can you hear it ringing? Oh.
Hello?
Is it you?
It's me.
Is it you?
It's me.
Can you hear me all right?
Yes, I can.
Please welcome our co-presenter, Joy! Yes! She's here. Good evening to Joy in Acton on this festive night, Joy.
Oh, it's very clear.
Is it clear today? I don't know why that is. Maybe I'm just talking up a bit louder.
Yeah, well, no, it's not that. You don't mumble.
Do I mumble? I don't know. I don't think I
you
mumble.
don't mumble.
People do. Do you know what? People actually sometimes say that I go on. I don't know what they mean by that, dear.
No. Oh, I'm glad you do go on, Chris. It'd be horrible if you came to a full stop.
Well, it's a talk show. We had someone complain. You won't believe it. We had someone complain last week. They said, you go on. It was something like, you go on a lot. When do you play the music? And I said, well, it's a talk show. The clue is in the title. United Kingdom Talk.
Yeah,
There's the
exactly.
clue.
It would be stupid if you just sat there strumming your fingers on the table.
Strumming my fingers. I don't know how that song goes. Joy, can I tell you something?
You can't tell
Now,
me anything, Chris.
Are you sitting down?
I am.
I've got my heating on.
Have you?
I have got my heating on tonight. And I'll be honest, I'm sweating buckets here.
Yeah, I bet.
I'm not used to it, you see. That's the
No.
trouble.
But do you still have your hot water bottle?
I do have the hot water bottle in bed, actually, yeah.
Well,
That's really nice.
I cuddle one to my heart and it stops it beating too hard.
Heart, stop beating in time.
I don't want it to stop beating altogether. I just want to slow it down. No, I like the hot water.
Oh, Joy, we like our hot water. And you know what else helped this year? When I changed to the flannelette sheets.
Oh, they're lovely and soft,
Oh,
aren't they?
well, I've never had them. The last time I had those, I was at Mum's house.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh, yeah,
and I remembered when I was getting into bed just before it started getting cold, and it was freezing. I mean, they're all very nice having those lovely cotton sheets
Yeah.
in the summer, but my God, they're cold in the winter, aren't they?
All
Eh?
our mums had flannelette sheets, didn't they? All Winceyette and soft and Winceyette pyjamas. I used to have. Shows you how old I am.
Oh, blimey!
they
Have you
were
got
nice.
pyjamas on?
Pardon?
Do you wear pyjamas?
No, I don't. I wear sexy nighties.
Oh, do you really, Joy?
No.
Tell us about those nighties. There's some of the straight lads listening at the moment. They'd love to hear about your. Is it?
No, I go for
is it called?
comfort, Chris. I don't go for style.
Is it what's it called? What's it now? Lingerie?
Lingerie.
Is it lingerie you're
Lingerie.
wearing?
I used to, when I was a young girl, I used to wear lingerie, but now I wear underclothes. Now I'm old.
Have you got any of that lacy stuff? You know, the red and black
no,
lace?
I'm not one for fashion, Chris. I'm one for
No,
comfort.
me neither. As people like to keep reminding me, Joy, I'm not one for fashion, especially, and I don't know if you've seen them, you might have heard me talking about this on the most recent shows, they've got this new fashion with these stupid hats.
Oh, God.
Now, this is the fourth time I think I've mentioned in the last 4 shows, but they really annoy me. They're like a knitted hat, which is okay. I haven't got a problem with that. I've got some myself. But they've got pigtails hanging down the side. Have you seen them?
Yeah, well, we sell them in our shop.
Oh, you don't.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what. A man came in and he picked one up, brought it to the counter.
Yeah.
Plaits on it was. And he said, I went to say to him, all that will be, and tell him the price. He said, have you got a mirror?
Oh.
So I said, yeah, it's over there. So he went over, put it on, and he came to the counter. He said, yeah, I'll have this. And he went out with it. He went out with a hat on.
And how old was he?
He must have been about 35.
Oh,
40.
for God's sake. They still think they're 18 years old.
Yeah,
That's the trouble.
I thought he was having a joke when he said
They're the
that.
most awful things. And you know Joe from AmericanTalkUSA.com?
Yeah.
Well, he heard me talking about it on a recent show. He's only sent me a picture. He's got one. Not only has he got one, but you know the pigtails? They are dyed orange. You've never seen anything like it, dear.
Oh, no. They think they look so cool, don't they?
They are awful. They are awful. And this poor boy, his name was Irish. A boy was called Michael. Was in a Belushi's in Hammersmith, just round the corner from you, isn't it?
Yes,
Really?
it is round the
the other
corner,
night, and he
yeah.
had one on, and so I mentioned it, and he said, "Please stop mentioning my hat because people keep looking at me."
Well, you shouldn't wear it.
Would you wear one of those?
Yeah, you should not wear it. But no, I think to myself, some of these people do that just to make people look at them.
Do you think that's what it is, Joy?
Don't they?
Well, you don't have that problem because
No.
whenever I know
Yeah.
you don't go out much, but when you do leave the house, the whole world is watching you, Joy.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what made me. Well, you'd have creased up. You would. I left my house the other day.
Yeah.
And a van pulled. I heard a car pull up and give a wolf whistle, and I thought
yeah.
it was my son.
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
turned round, and this chap that was driving said, in your dreams, darling. And he was
No! Oh, that's awful!
Yeah, and he was whistling at this young girl that was just coming out of her door.
Oh,
and he said
joy!
To me, in your dreams, darling.
Is that what he said?
That's exactly what you said, Chris.
Well, that's sexual abuse, that
I
is.
was hurt.
That's sexual abuse. I'd be straight on the phone to the police, dear. Isn't it? Sexual harassment. That's what. Sorry,
that would have happened about 75 years ago. That would have happened to me because I was a bit of a goer when I was young.
Oh, were you really, Joy?
My long red hair. Oh, yes.
No. Joy, you weren't one of those girls who was round the back of the bike sheds, were you?
I was the girl round the back of the
I hope your family's not listening to this.
No, as I say,
because you and I, we like to have our little private conversations away from everyone else, don't we, Joy?
Exactly, yeah, but I was a good girl. I met my husband while I was at school. We were schoolmates. He was the only boyfriend I had. We got married 62 years ago.
That's
on
lovely.
Christmas Eve.
That's lovely.
And it was a good marriage.
You've just had the anniversary of his passing, haven't you?
Yeah.
What's the date of that?
Oh no, it was June. 10 years ago in June.
Oh, it was June.
Yeah.
Why do I? Hang on, I've got confused here with a date. I've got confused with your wedding anniversary date.
That's Christmas Eve.
Yeah. And that is, of course, just gone. So yeah. Oh.
62 years. We were poor, but we were as happy.
Poor but happy.
Yeah.
Poor but happy. A lot of people think they can buy happiness now.
You can't. No way. In fact, I think it makes you more appreciative of what you do get when you strive to save and buy something. Yeah. It makes you appreciate it all the more.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and that's what I used to make the kids' clothes, and I used to make everything but their shoes.
Right.
I used to make duffel coats. Skirts,
well, my mum used to get. We used to get clothes from Jumble sales and places like that.
I wasn't. I still aren't.
Didn't have a problem with that.
If I see something in the charity shop and I like it, I buy it.
Yeah, there's too much waste.
Yeah, I don't like.
That's
waste.
the trouble. There's so much waste.
Oh, because we're recyclers, aren't we, Chris?
Well, we are.
Yeah.
Well, did you ever? You know, when you were little, did you go to Woolworths?
Oh yeah, 6p.
Don't you think that's sad?
It is sad. It's an end of an era, isn't it?
It's the end, and apparently they've not been able to find a seller, and it looks like all the stores will be closed by the 5th of January. I think they were saying.
This is it. They're not keeping any of them open, but it used to be called the threepence and sixpence store when I was a kid.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and the dearest thing you could pay for was 6p.
Well, they tried to rebrand it a couple of years ago, I think, as the Big W.
Yeah, that was it.
But that always seems a bit silly to me.
Yeah.
Some bod comes up with an idea like
if
that.
It's not broken, Chris, don't mend it.
Exactly, but unfortunately it is broken, and I suppose, and I was saying on another show, you know, if I told you, if I rang you up and said to you Sainsbury's or Tesco's or Asda, I mean, much that I like Asda, if someone said it was closing, I wouldn't really think too much of it.
No.
I was like, oh well, I can always go to Tesco's or something like that.
Yeah.
But Woolworths, it's just like it's always been there.
Yeah, and I mean the heiress that was Hutton, wasn't it? I forget her first name. It was something Hutton. And while she was alive, and it was all going, it was just her name at the back of it all.
Yeah.
But then all of a sudden, it used to just be Woolworths. And
That's
then it
right.
got the FW Woolworths.
But you used to be able to get anything in there.
Yeah,
I used
could.
to go in there and get my records, and of course, it is particularly famous for Easter eggs.
Oh yeah.
I mean, and they were so cheap. Cheap in there.
Mix.
And I suppose you must have got a few Christmas presents from there, Joy. Did you over the time?
We used to do all our shopping in Woolworths.
Yeah.
We used to have one down in East Acton, where Iceland is now.
Right.
And it was lovely. You could get your cotton, your sewing needles. You could get everything you wanted.
Did you get your wool from there?
Yeah, we used to get our wool.
Because you know what? I know what you do with the wool. You knit little things for children, don't you?
Yeah, I crochet shawls.
Yeah, crochet shawls. And what happens to those, Joy?
And I take them to. They give me the wool at work. The French.
Oh, you don't have to buy it yourself?
No.
Okay, yeah.
And I make them, and then they sell them. People order them. People say, can you ask your lady if she can do me a blue one or whatever? Yeah. And because I got that arthritis, it's good therapy for me. Yeah. I just sit and watch a film. I listen to Chris Reardon. Have you ever heard of him?
Oh, I listened once. My God, don't he go on, dear?
No, he don't go on.
He just rabbits on and on and on about nothing.
The more you go on, the more I crochet, you see.
He gets on my nerves.
No,
Does it make you crochet faster?
It makes me crochet faster, yes. I can do a shawl in a night when I'm listening to you.
A shawl in a night. I wonder if I'll ever have one of those round my shoulders, Joy. I don't know, dear.
Make you think. But I mean, though, Chris, while I'm doing them, they don't have to keep your knees warm.
What the? I've sat. Before. You know what I'm like with the heating and what have you.
Yeah.
And a lot of people think I was joking. I wasn't actually joking at all. I've only started really using the heating just a week or so ago.
Yeah, well, I don't blame you.
Because it's got cold now.
It's like burning gold,
I think I've done blooming well.
Yeah, I do.
A lot of people turn it on right at the beginning of September. October, November I've gone, and I've only just put it on there. So December, January, February, probably March maybe, and then that'll be it. So 4 months. You don't need it on all the time. No, you don't.
But
well, I go on and on about that.
It's not healthy heat.
I don't think it is.
No, it isn't.
No.
I mean, my too. My youngest daughter had to have a lung removed because she had a growth on it.
When was that, Joy?
Well, they said she'd got asthma.
Right.
And she was being treated for asthma, and they had to give her the steroid pump. And the steroid pump was feeding this growth.
Oh, really? Oh, don't talk like that, dear, because you know I get a bit of asthma now and again.
Yeah, well, you've got to be careful. But she went in a collapsed state, and they removed her lung immediately. And they said the growth was as big as an orange.
Good God.
Yeah.
And that could have spread had I not spotted it.
That's it, exactly.
Reason I'm out of the hospital. I've been to the doctor a couple of times in the last few months. I've had these ulcer problems on my tongue.
Oh, yeah, you said about that.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's flared up again. Yeah. I thought it was nearly gone, and it's come back again. Now, funnily enough, I went to the dentist yesterday. I seem to have spent a hell of a lot of time in the dentist this year.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
But perhaps you've got a lot of acid in your tummy, Chris. This acid causes
I went for a period, I think in September, where I did keep getting heartburn, but that's stopped now. Yeah, that's stopped.
I take a capsule every morning for that.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah, I've got an inflamed...
Is it something that comes on with age?
I beg your pardon.
Is it... Is it? Beg pardon?
I'm only 18.
What a liberty, dear.
I'm only 18. I put the 1 in front of the 8 now, and I feel better for it.
You've got it round the wrong way, dear. That's what it is.
But no, I find I have to, because I used to take quite a few painkillers because of arthritis, it's burnt your esophagus, it gets inflamed. And as you know, you swallow, you can feel it. And I take a capsule every morning for that, but they say that can cause mouth ulcers if you've got acid stomach.
Oh, I wonder if that's what's the cause of it as well. Because I went to the dentist again. He's actually sending me back down to the specialist in the hospital because it just doesn't want to go. And there's one either side, but he was looking in my mouth earlier.
They're sore as well, aren't they?
Oh, actually, I've got to be honest. It's not too bad. If anything, it's worse when I'm talking because the position of them, they're not rubbing. Fortunately, you know, when you got them on the inside of the mouth, that's a nightmare because it's rubbing on your teeth every time. But these really are only affected when I'm talking because my tongue's waggling away.
Yeah, you can't talk any other way, Chris.
Well, you can't do it. Well, I could try that. Who's that very, very clever scientist? He's got a thing plugged into his neck, isn't he?
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, I forget his
what's his name now? Brilliant man. And he talks like that. I could get one of those plugged in, I suppose.
Yeah, you could.
I tell you what, you shouldn't
be the same though, Chris. Would it?
Shouldn't joke about things like that, really, should we?
No, we shouldn't really, should we? But I'll tell you about my little great granddaughter.
Yeah.
She came round with my daughter, and she said she picked up one of my birthday cards, and she said, "Nana, how old was you last week when you got this card?" So I said, "I was 81." So she stood for a little while, and she said, "You'll soon be going to heaven, won't you?" I thought, not yet, darling. I've got too much in the fridge.
Not yet, love. You're doing all right, though, aren't you, Joy?
Yeah, I am.
But you
haven't had a lot of problems with my...
this year, you've had a couple of problems, haven't you?
With my heartbeat. My heart keeps stopping and then galloping to catch up.
Right.
And while it's galloping to catch up, I always feel as I'm going to pass out.
Yeah.
So I've got to be careful.
How do you get like a feeling in your chest or just overall?
No, it just feels like all your arms and legs. I don't get any pain.
You're
but
tingling.
My arms and legs start tingling.
Okay.
Then that goes away and it leaves you feeling faint.
When that happens, do you sort of say, right, I must sit down now?
That's it, yeah. That is what they've told me I must do.
Okay.
And at this moment, so don't get me excited, Chris, I've got a heart monitor on.
Oh, Joy, I think I'm the one to get you excited,
yeah,
Joy. Have a little look at that monitor now. Are you actually attached to something?
It's attached, yeah. I can't get channel 5 on it, though.
Is there any bleeping?
Yeah, there's bleeping.
Well, let me hear.
All through the night you can hear it.
Well, I can't hear anything.
I can hear it ticking. It sounds like a time bomb. But
let's hear. Put your phone to the thing. I want to hear it.
Wait a minute. No, I can't get it in the pouch.
No, I can't hear anything. Here, can you imagine doing that? And all of a sudden I hear... Doo.
Then you go out to the florist and order me some flowers.
I'd be straight round there, Joy. I want the first look at what you got in the flat.
Oh my God! I was saying that. I was saying that to my son. I said, "We've got 58 years of in this house. The stuff that I've collected over the years that the kids have bought me, they can have a field day when they do get rid of it all. They can have, and nobody will want any of it."
Well, I think you'd be surprised. I mean, I bought, over time, I bought my nan's not expensive things. I mean, I went to New York in 1979, I think it was, and I bought these plastic plates.
Oh, yeah.
Which have got New York on them.
Oh.
And little pictures of what's in New York. I mean, of course, they faded, and they were only plastic. Yeah. But nevertheless, a little young boy at that point giving his nan a present. They're grateful, and they are now downstairs on them, either on the mantelpiece or hanging up somewhere. I've got a plate as well that my mum and dad bought when they were on honeymoon in Switzerland.
There's the sort of thing you cherish, don't you?
Yeah, there's all sorts.
My kids, even mine. I mean, my daughter's 61 now, but the things she made me when she was a kiddie, and little things like placemats that they made with their own little hands. So you can't part with them. Well,
I went to a boys' school. We didn't do placemats, but I made my mum this little brooch out of a piece of. It was just a piece of metal, and you had to cut a shape out, and then you had to sprinkle this powder. I mean, you know, part of your school course.
Yeah.
Sprinkle this like powder stuff on it, and then you'd put it under this hot flame, and you'd have to flame it. And this powder would then melt and put colours on it. And you know what? Now that I look at it. It's the ugliest thing I've ever seen in the world.
She loved it, Chris.
Yes, because I made it. Yeah. And I mentioned I think it was last year at this time, I mentioned that the best Christmas cards you could receive from children,
the made ones.
And presents as well, are things that they've made themselves. If my 20-year-old nephew... You know, I went when I'm up there. Well, I'm at my sister's at the moment, as you know. But if he bought me, and it was not bought me, but if he made me this thing out of a few cardboard toilet tubes and a couple of boxes, I'd look at him and I'd say, "You tight-fisted thing." I really would, and I'd throw it back in his face. No, not really. You know that. Nice. You know that the best present you could possibly get
is one they've made.
Is something that they've made themselves, and the same with cards.
Yeah,
no need to go and spend. I mean, cards cost. If you want a decent card, it costs an absolute fortune. And indeed, I've got your card next to me here, actually. Joy.
Oh, that's good.
Which I read out on the last show. Now let me just pick it up here.
That is so nice.
Where are you? And you know I got one from your daughter as well.
Oh, did you?
Oh, yes.
Oh, she thinks a lot of you, Christopher.
Where's your one? There's your one with the cats on it.
That's it.
The cat and the bauble. Yeah. And one from... And do you know what? I mentioned this on the last show. Your writing. The way the both of you write.
We write similar, don't we?
Similar? That's an understatement. It could be the same person writing. The way the letters are shaped. Even like where you've put your name, Joy.
Yeah.
The way the joy is formed with the top line slightly slanting upwards, and the Y goes underneath the O.
Yeah, that's how.
And it's exactly the same.
The middle of the Y.
It's exactly the same. I'm just gonna. I know there's some people watch this on the video. So if I show you, see where she's put the name Joy there, and now look at this one as well. Look how similar that is.
Yeah, it
It's
is.
very, very similar. Very, very similar.
Mine's more like printing, you know, because at work, when you write in the book, when you sell something, you've got to write it nice and clear.
I can't do joined-up writing very well at all. It's like a child.
Yeah. No,
seriously, I tend to print as well. And my dad was the same. He would print everything.
Yeah.
It's
not. But I tell you, when my grandson, he married a German girl, and they got 4 kiddies. And they bake their own bread. The kids help. They put their plastic gloves on, and they
Plastic gloves?
Yeah, you know when you do cooking, those very fine plastic...
And what do they put those on for,
well,
honestly?
To make sure their hands are clean.
Oh, well, you wash them.
Yeah, I know, but when the biscuits are finished, they dip them into the icing and then dip them into chocolate and make them all into little packs and put a bow on them and give them as gifts. And she won't let them touch them with their fingers. They have to put their cooking gloves on.
Oh, no. I think there's too much of that. That's very clinical, isn't it?
Yeah, but I mean, sometimes kiddies say, yes, I've washed my hands, and they haven't. So
I think there's too much of this, everything's got to be germ-free.
Yeah.
Now, interestingly, I heard this on a TV programme, it was, I've often spoke about this Dr. Carl. On Triple J. That's an Australian little youth station in Australia. And he was saying, when babies are born, right, well, when they have a caesarean section, the babies are more susceptible to germs afterwards because, when they come out the natural way, they get covered in germs, all that around the woman on that area, as they come out. Now, because of that, they then become immune to those germs.
That's right,
which they've collected on the way out, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
okay? Now, when, of course, they have the caesarean, well, they don't go past all those germs.
So
they're not used to them. And he was saying, there's too much of this sanitising and that going along.
And they say kiddies that play in the gutter never get ill, do they?
Yes.
They get immune to it, don't they?
And I think the body kind of, I haven't got to do that now because I'll get an injection for it. And I think this is maybe not as good as we thought when you sanitise everything.
Yeah, it can be too clean.
Yeah, I mean, my kitchen... It's not spotless, Joy. I won't, you know how
I've stomachs and that, do you?
No, I don't get very rarely. Now and again, yes, I get the cloth and the spray. It's got bleach in it as well, and I give it a quick wipe over, and that's it. If there's any marks, I'll get rid of them. But in all honesty, I do not wipe that top down every day.
Well, there's only you there, isn't there?
Maybe once a week.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, what germs are on there?
Exactly.
There's nothing on there.
But I'm going to make you really jealous. Do you know what my youngest daughter bought me for my birthday?
Go on.
Halogen oven. You know those ones that you put on the top of your kitchen units? Beautiful. Glass they are.
What is the difference between that and a... obviously, it's a light, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, because I've got a halogen hob downstairs.
Yeah, well, this oven, it's like a big glass dish.
Yeah.
And it's got two stainless steel racks in it.
Yeah.
And you can use just a glass dish without the racks to make a big stew or soup, batches of soup that I make.
Yeah.
And then you can put your rack in and you can do meat on it, sausages on it. You can even put toast in it. It's beautiful.
Oh.
And
can you do a roast in it?
You can roast it.
Is it quicker?
Yeah, it's quicker and it's instant heat. You don't have to wait for the oven to heat up first. It's instant. And I did them a chicken and I did some sausages with bacon wrapped round them and put that round the edges.
Pigs in blankets.
That's it.
I like pigs in blankets.
And I always use smoked bacon for that.
Yeah.
And you switch it on. It's got the timer and all that. And you watch it through the glass, crisping up. It really is nice, and it makes a beautiful Yorkshire pudding.
But more importantly, does it use less electricity, Joy?
Yes, it does. The heat is intense, and you don't cook it so long.
Right.
But you put about 4 jacket potatoes I put in, and they come out lovely and crisp.
Oh, I do like a jacket potato.
Yeah, so do
There's nothing worse than going in a restaurant, ordering a jacket potato, and it arrives, and it's not crispy.
They've
microwaved the thing.
Yeah.
I mean, you can do them in the microwave. If you bung them in the microwave, 15 minutes, and then turn the oven right up,
and put
them in there for 20 minutes, and then that's okay. Otherwise, I mean, they are in the oven about an hour?
Yeah, it's got to be an hour. And that's
it's about an hour in the oven, isn't it?
But I do love the way these come out all crisp.
Yeah.
And you put a cross in it first, and as they're cooking, you watch the bit opening, and you can see it all nice and floury inside. I'm making myself hungry here.
Sounds like my cup of tea, Joy.
Yeah, really, really nice.
Sounds well, I look forward to at some point being invited round for a little free meal or something.
Well, Christopher,
none of your pot noodles, please.
No, you don't have to be invited round.
Oh,
my door is always open.
I hope not. Not in the area you look at, dear.
Not on the
My God, they'd be climbing in there, wouldn't they? Have you bothered with decorations at all?
I've got a miniature Christmas tree only for the great-grandchildren when they come round. I've got a miniature Christmas tree in the middle of my coffee table. I've got all my cards strung up, which make them look pretty. And I've got.
Well, you've always been into being strung up, haven't you? Let's be honest, Joy. Yeah.
And yes, and I've got some little bits around my husband's picture.
Right. Okay.
Just because it's going to be our anniversary, so I've got to make it. But we're going to take our holly wreaths on Saturday.
Okay.
To the creme. So
your tree, is it one of those plug in and go ones, or have you decorated it yourself?
No, I don't like anything electric like that on the plug in and go. I'd plug in and op it. Mine's just decorated myself with all baubles and a little fairy doll on the top.
Joy, have you seen my tree?
No, I haven't seen it.
Did you get the DVD?
Oh, yes, I did. Oh, yes, I did. Oh,
yes.
You did your... Thank you for that.
What do you think?
You did your little studio. Really nice and colourful, wasn't it?
Suko in New York doesn't think I've made much of an effort. I mean, I've got the tree. I've got the tree. I've got the figures, and I've got the wreath at the back. But do you know what, Joy? I can't find the donkey. We've got the sheep. We've got Mary. We've got the baby Jesus. We've got the three kings.
But don't tell me
where's
got to walk.
The donkey? The donkey has gone.
She's got to walk then, hasn't she?
I reckon he's been frightened off by the cats. That's what's happened. But Suko in New York wasn't impressed at all.
No, I thought, and I tell you what,
I don't know why I bother, Joy.
Well,
I really don't.
The mirror ball seemed to reflect more colour as it was moving, with your decorations shining.
Oh no, the mirror ball's gone at the moment.
Yeah,
that's been replaced by the wreath.
It's vacant now. You've taken that down.
Yeah, but it will be. It'll be going up again after the Christmas period. Don't you worry about that, my love.
But I mean, this Christmas, it's been coming on since September. You've seen Christmas stuff.
Yeah.
It'll be over and done with.
Well,
in no time flat, it'll be. Did you have a nice Christmas? And you go, whatever.
Well, I know, but you've got to do it, haven't you? I gather that people aren't spending as much this year because they're worried about the money.
Yeah.
And in all honesty, I think that's a good thing because we've been going so long now. Not me, because I wasn't brought up to live on credit. I don't take loans. As far as I'm concerned, as you've heard me mention before, you're allowed 2 loans in your life: one for a house and one for a car.
Yeah, that is
but people have been taking out loans for Christmas left, right, and centre.
They've made it too easy, Chris, haven't they?
Yeah.
But with me, I'll be honest, I haven't got any credit cards at all.
Well, I've got one.
No, I haven't got any. I've got 2 cards. One is to collect my pension, and the other one is to pay my rent.
Right.
Because I live in a council house.
Well, I've got the one.
All I've got.
I've got one. I know how much roughly is on it. I know at the end of the month it will be paid off, so I don't pay any interest. I hate paying interest, Joy. You know that. I hate that. But I know people with 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 credit cards. £3,000 they owe on each one, and they're like walking around with this credit card debt of £30,000.
You see, my husband was paid in his hand.
Yeah.
And he used to come home, give me the housekeeping money, and that's how we always did it, with cash. Well, now, you're not paid like that anymore,
No, you're not.
Done with it. Oh, no, I don't like it, Chris. I'm used to the old-fashioned ways.
Well, I don't, I've got some mortgages, but again, that is for houses.
Yeah.
But I always, even the bits of property in that I put my own money into some of it. Where the people have bought property and where they've gone wrong is where they've borrowed the whole amount.
When you hear them say, I'll get it on the plastic, they say it as though they're getting it for nothing.
Well, and I've spoken to, you bump into people as you're down the swimming pool and what have you, and I've spoken to other landlords, and they've borrowed all the money. Yeah. They don't seem to understand that actually you do need to put some of your own in there.
You do. And when you get that buy now and pay later, they've still got to pay. They think they're getting it for nothing.
You've still got to pay it, so why wait?
But my husband always used to say, we never live beyond your means.
No.
And you got a lot of pleasure out of saving up little bits of something. And
You
when
did.
you got it, you cherished it.
You did. I remember when I was a child, I used to have the post office saving stamps.
That's right, yeah.
You remember those? Now, they don't do them anymore, but they were 10p each.
That was it.
And
you'd get a book.
That's right, you'd get a book, and there would be, you could save up, as soon as you saved a page, you could take that page into the, there was no interest on this thing.
No, but it was
But you
nice
could then
for the
take
kids.
your book in and get £1, and there were
you feel
5...
rich?
Yeah, there were 5 things. You did feel rich.
Yeah, you did,
there were
didn't
5 pages in the book, so you could have a fiver in this book. I always remember.
Yeah.
But the achievement,
Yeah, this
the
is what I say,
achievement
gave
that you felt when
you
you
a
went
purpose.
into that post office with that page of pound, the 10p stickers on,
You'd feel
that
rich,
you had,
didn't you?
that you had saved up over 10 weeks, because I used to get 10p a week pocket money from my dad.
That's it. And that was good, though, wasn't it? When you think about it, I mean, we never had money, and as kids,
No.
my mum and dad weren't rich at all, and then we had the war as well, so you imagine how hard it was.
Yeah,
but you appreciated things.
I think you did.
But
I think
now
you did, Joy.
come too quick, don't they? Too easy.
It's all too easy. I'm too easy, to be honest, Joy.
Yeah.
I'm very easy. It's
I
just
know
that I've
you
got
are.
no takers. Now, you told me, and I'm sure you mentioned this in last year's Christmas show. You said it would be my year, and I would
did,
find
didn't I?
someone. Well, where are they? Not only have I not found someone, even the donkeys walked out.
Listen, Christopher, you've still got another week, boy.
Calm down, Joy. Remember your heart, darling. What?
You've still got another week.
Oh, another week. Do
You've
me
got
a
another
favour. It
week.
ain't going to happen, is it?
You don't know. Never say no, because you just don't know what's round the corner.
Not going to happen.
And somebody came in the shop about a fortnight ago and said,
Can I take you out for a date?
He said to me, is that Joyce? I said, yeah, and I didn't recognise him. So he said, God, you haven't ordered a bit. And he went away to get something and bring it to the counter, and my friend said, he'd best go to Specsavers.
Oh, aren't they rude to you, Joy? What about that bloke? Oh, I'm annoyed at that bloke in his car whistling.
And
In your dreams, love.
In your dreams. That's how he said it. In your dreams, darling. But I had to laugh because I honestly thought it was my son, because that's the sort of thing he'd do when he pulled up. Give me a wolf whistle.
Oh, look at this. I've got a phone call here, Joy.
Oh, have you?
Let's just see who this is. Hang on a minute now. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Who's that? Hello, Carol. I'll ring you back in about 20 minutes, my love. I'm just on the radio at the moment. I'll ring you back in about 20 minutes. All right, my darling. Bye-bye, love. Sorry, Joy. I'm getting phone calls coming. It's not a long-lost love.
It might
That's
be.
someone else's mother, that is. Rung up for conversation. You think this phone is alive with offers, don't you? Not one. Nothing. Nothing.
Oh, and I sold a raffle ticket to a gentleman, and he said, if I win, I'll take you out to dinner. So I said, oh,
No.
that'd be nice. So he said, you do like pie and mash, don't you?
There's nothing wrong with pie and mash, Joy. Nothing. I like it.
I love it.
Although I'm not keen on that.
Liquor.
Oh, vile stuff. Bleh, oh.
But
Bleh. Or jellied eels. How
no.
vile are they?
Oh, no, I don't like them.
I cannot believe when we have a very large audience of our good friends in America listening to some watch this show, and a lot of them want to try jellied eels, and
no, I
I
don't
can't
like
think
them.
why they would want to
They
try
live on dead
something.
sailors.
Oh, the thought of it. Bleh.
No, I don't like
Oh,
that.
the
No.
thought of that, Joy.
No, I do like, mind you, when I say I like pie and mash, I like my own. I've never been in the shop to get it.
You done it yourself?
Yeah.
Do you make your own? You know when you you don't eat meat now, do you?
No,
Because
I
you can't
don't- I
digest
can't
it.
digest it.
But did you used to make your own pies from scratch?
Oh, yeah.
Did you?
My dad used to love my meat pies, and he loved my steak and kidney pudding.
I've never done a meat pie. If I remember rightly, I'm sure I've done a steak pudding before.
Yeah,
but it didn't come out. I can't remember what was wrong with it.
Oh,
How would you do a steak and kidney pudding?
A steak and kidney
Or
pudding.
say a steak pudding, because I'm not keen on the kidney.
A steak pudding.
Yeah.
Well, what I always do, I cook the meat and thicken it, with the corn flour and that and stock cubes, but not until it's really done, so that it's falling to bits.
Right.
Do it for a little while, and then while you're making your suet crust, all you do is You can buy vegetarian suet.
Okay,
So if you use 8 ounces of flour, that would be half suet. That would be 4 ounces. And then roll it out and line a basin with it. Then let your meat cool, put it in, and then put a bit of the suet crust on the top.
Oh, I quite like the sound of this, Joy.
Oh, it's lovely.
Although I've got to be, I like hearing your recipe there. Do you know, there's one thing I can't stand watching on the telly, and it's cookery programmes.
Oh, no, I don't watch them.
Oh, I can't stand it.
I learned my cookery.
Although there's one, some of those chefs, they're so blooming rude.
They are.
But there's one, she's a big girl, really big girl she is. And I saw her the other day, she's on in the afternoon.
Oh, I know.
I don't know what her name is, but she's really nice to the contestants.
Yeah,
she's not horrible at all.
No, I forget what her name is.
Some of them are just so done, and it's
rude.
Not necessary to talk to people.
You've got to say yes, chef, no, chef.
What's all that about? Yes, chef, no, chef.
But my mum was a cook. She used to cook, be in service, and she used to cook, and I learned everything I know from my mum.
Right, yeah.
Just watching her, and she could make. In my eyes, she could make a meal out of anything. If she only had
That's talent, isn't it?
Yeah, she just used to make it go round by putting different things with it, and I used to love my mum.
That is talented to be able to make something out of anything.
And the secret of making a steak and kidney pie is to let the meat cool before you put the pastry on, otherwise it goes all soft.
It's all soggy.
Cook it,
all goes soggy and limp. You can't do anything with it once it goes limp, Joy.
Like that, mate, is it?
You can't do anything with it once it goes limp, dear. I'll tell you that now.
That's it. It's usually
they try, don't know. They keep trying it. Oh, it'll be all right in a minute, but once it's gone, and there's no going back, is there, Joy? Move on, send another one in.
No, but you can't beat a bit of home cooking.
No.
And I'll tell you what my kids like. Well, my kids are all grandchildren. They've got grandchildren now, mine. But they love my flapjacks.
You've got great children, haven't you?
I've got 11 great-grandchildren.
Yeah. Flapjacks.
Yeah, they love my flapjack.
Right.
That is all that is oats, coconut, peanuts or crushed nuts, and...
Peanuts! Golden Wonder, the Jungle Fresh. Do you remember that advert?
Yes, I
Golden
do.
Wonder, the Jungle Fresh. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Go, remember your heart, Joy. Careful your heart, dear. Sit down. Put those maracas away, dear.
Yeah, that's it. I've got to give up this way of life. But I've been told at the hospital, though, that I've got, because I've never smoked or drunk, I have got a very healthy body. It's only my heart that's taken the strain of panic attacks with my nerves over the years. Yeah. That's what they reckon. But am I bothered? Not a bit.
You're not bothered. Are you cooking Christmas Day?
Christmas Eve, because that's when they come on my anniversary. But
oh, right, yeah.
Christmas Day, I like it to be quiet. I don't like it.
Are you on your own Christmas Day?
No, I should just, because I don't travel. So my son comes from Harefield and he takes me back with him all round the back street so I don't have to hit a motorway. I don't like travelling.
And where does he take you to? Harefield?
Harefield, yeah, it's not far. It's just...
Oh, well, that's handy, isn't it? You're right opposite that art hospital there.
Oh, yeah, that is handy, isn't it? I never thought of that. Yeah.
Is it nice where he lives? Is that countryside?
It is lovely, yeah. That's the bit I don't like when you go down those country lanes. There's no lights and I panic.
Yeah.
I can't stand it.
Well, it's a bit like that when I'm driving up to my sister's.
Oh, I can't bear it.
The last part of the journey, which goes on for about an hour, is little winding roads.
See, now my heart's banging now thinking of that.
Well, they go in between fields, and there's just nothing. No. In fact, even the mobile phone doesn't work in some areas there. You're right in the middle of nowhere. And I don't remember, I think it was the year... Oh, no... 3 years ago when I had that lovely Land Rover and I took a corner. Do you remember me telling you this?
Oh, yeah.
I took a corner and bang went the tyre because I took it too fast and hit the edge of this field. And there was no one around 3 o'clock in the morning, Christmas night it was, wouldn't it be? So it was Christmas Eve into Christmas Day, 3 o'clock in the morning. There I am. And, you know, these are big wheels, Joy.
Yeah, I know. I've seen that car when you came round to me.
Very, very difficult. Oh, that's right, when I came to visit you.
Yeah, when you bought me my
enormous wheels, and it was a real job. I got my bum all wet because I was sitting on this wet field trying to change this tyre.
Now I'm getting upset now, Chris.
Oh, don't you worry about a thing.
You'd have thought Santa Santa would have helped you. He was about on his sleigh.
Santa hasn't visited me for years now, Joy. But he might be visiting me. Well, he might be visiting me this year because my sister asked what I wanted and the children. So I said to my sister, I'd like one of those Dyson handheld hoovers because it'd be easier to do the stairs.
Oh, yeah, they are handy.
Because I've got a... I'm sure you heard my new hoover on the show.
I've seen your new hoover on the DVD.
Oh, of course you did, yeah. But and pulling that up and down the stairs is it's a job and a half, that is.
I've got a little lightweight one upstairs. And
You've got a cylinder?
And I leave the big one down, so I don't have to carry them out.
Well, hopefully I'll have a little lightweight one. And for my my niece wanted to know what I wanted, and I asked her to get me a larger slow cooker. Because the one I've got is a bit small.
That on the show as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you like doing that. That's good, you know, aren't they?
I love it.
Yeah.
You just pour all the stuff in. You put everything in there. Just turn it on for 10, 12 hours, and you don't do anything. You don't even need to stir the thing.
No, and it doesn't stick.
That's right.
I like it with lentils. Have you ever snipped up bacon in it?
No.
You snip up smoky bacon, just a little bit, just to give it that flavour.
Right.
Really nice.
Never tried that.
And if you put lentils in, it gives the lentils a lovely
I've got lentils.
Yeah, well, that's what I do, Chris.
They're very hard if you don't cook them right, are they?
Yeah,
you get caught in between your teeth.
Put them in soak for a little while.
You're picking these bits of lentils out. Oh, talking of teeth, I just said to you right at the beginning of the show, I've been to the dentist again, and he's sending me to the specialist in the hospital to have a look at why these kind of ulcers won't clear up. And then he gave me a bit of laser treatment. £59, if you please.
Oh my God!
He said
that'll give your ulcer in your mouth. The shop.
Well, he said there was a couple of pockets, and he needed to get into the pockets to kill off the bacteria. I'm telling my sister all this on the phone earlier, and she reckons he's starting to have me on a bit.
Yeah, this is it, Chris. How do you know?
Well, you don't, do you? That's the thing.
That's it. How do you know that?
When
they say, like, they sold my friend at work, it was going to cost her over £1,000. She's got a tooth that looks stained, and she wanted it whitened, and they said it was going
to cost... one tooth?
Well, it started on another one next to it as well. So I said, why don't you have it out? I mean, she's older than me. I said, why don't you have it removed? So she said, well, he advised me not to. I said, well, of course he did. If he's going to make money on it, he is going to advise you not to.
Yeah, but, would you rather have it removed or would you rather have it repaired?
Well, I mean,
that's the thing. The trouble is, Joy, there's a lot of people now having their teeth removed because it's the cheaper option.
Yeah, well, that is
and that's just wrong.
No, but if you're younger, and, like your age and me a child, it pays you to have it. But when you're my age, I've got all my own at the bottom.
Yeah.
But I've got a false thing at the top.
Oh, I remember. If I remember rightly, you took your teeth out one year. Do it again now, Joy.
Get off.
Let's have a little listen to you talking with... When you're talking to me like that.
Do that. But I tell you what, though, if my bottom teeth were to go now, I'd say, right, take them out.
Really?
I think, no, not at my age. I'm not worried about.
Do you think the false teeth, that's come on a lot in years, hasn't it?
Yeah, and I don't like the way all these people are having their teeth so white.
You see him on the telly, it's dreadful. It's one stage too far.
Yeah,
my mate had that done. He spent £500 having his teeth one. He said it's the worst £500 he ever spent.
Yeah.
He said they were so sensitive you couldn't eat anything for days.
I think it's going against nature yourself. I mean, Mike, glasses, you've got to wear glasses because you can't,
but it's like all this falseness and false chests and everything like that.
Yeah, everything's false, isn't it, now?
Yeah, it's all false, but you're not false.
Taken everything off that's false. You ain't got much left.
No, you're not false. So tell me about your Christmas Day. You're going to watch any Christmas Day television? Is there anything that you...
I don't.
What about Doctor Who?
I like a film.
Doctor Who?
I usually like to watch a film on Christmas Day.
I don't know what's on Christmas Day film-wise.
I don't know what... It's bound to be an epic film.
What about Doctor Who?
Oh, no.
No?
No, it frightens the life out of me. It does. I like those... the old-fashioned films I like.
Sound of Music?
Yeah, I like The Sound of Music, and I like Gone with the Wind and all those.
La da 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 da. I've never seen that.
Oh, it's lovely, really lovely.
I've never ever seen that, Joy.
But I like the old epic films that my mum used to like. We
right.
used to, we never had television, but if we could get to... I can remember going to see Gone with the Wind in the war, and we got our tickets, and they allow you, if there's an air raid, you can go out, go to a shelter, and then come back when the air raids passed, and I think we went in and out of that theatre, that cinema, about 4 times with the air raids.
It's a long film, and how long does that one go on
film.
for?
It's only one. There's usually 2 films on, but there was only one on.
Did you like Dad's Army?
Yes, I did. I like anything that cheers you up.
Did you see the one on BBC Two? And they made it colour, wasn't it?
Did they?
Yeah. I don't think you saw that episode. It was on a couple of weeks ago, and Captain Mannering.
Oh, I used to love
if I can just tell people, Dad's Army was a huge comedy series in the 60s and 70s here in the UK. I think they made about 9 series, and you can get that on DVD. You know, Joy.
Yeah.
The whole lot will cost you only £42 from the BBC.
That's what I'm saying. That is good viewing, isn't it?
I think that's excellent price for that.
And like Last of the Summer Wine and all that. I mean, that's on regular.
Well, the one that they made coloured was the episode where Captain Mannering, they demoted him because they said he should never have been a captain. He'd never passed. And they made it cut, and he took his pips off. It was hilarious. And I guess who was in charge? The posh one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Brilliant.
Yeah, how funny is that?
Yeah, but I'll tell you what, though, I don't think any of them are alive now, are they?
Oh, so yeah, Ian Lavender's alive. I don't know about the others, but you'd never replace Arthur Lowe in that part.
It was brilliant.
Joy, it's time for us to go, darling.
All right, my sweetheart. I've thoroughly enjoyed this. Now, I've not even thought about my heart.
Well, it's the Joy and Chris show, so you go and rest yourself now.
Ah, bless your heart.
And a happy Christmas to you and your family. Thank you ever so much for the cards.
Thank you so much.
And you thank me for my friendship. I want to thank you for yours. It's always a pleasure, Joy.
Oh, you're an angel.
All right, my darling.
You know, Chris.
Lots of love.
You've got another week to find me.
Oh, go, get off. See you later.
Yes.
Ta-da, Joy. Lots of love. Bye-bye, darling.
Bye.
There we are, Joy, my co-host for the show today. And that's it. Thank you very much for joining us. As always, you can join in by email, chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. See you on the next show. From myself, Chris Reardon, happy Christmas. Bye-bye now.